Hey lovely people, welcome back to the channel. Today we are making a resin NFC business plaque, which is a smart and stylish way to share your business info, socials or portfolio with just a tap. I'm going to show you how to create it from start to finish, including how to program the NFC tag. All materials are from O-Celle craft supplies, so grab yours and let's get started. To start off, we'll be using our small silicone distributing cap, a 250 ml silicone cap with pre-mixed resin, disposable pipette, a mini alphabet mold and a 6-in-1 hat mold, a plastic spatula, as well as our holographic chunky glitters in purple color. We are starting off by pouring a reasonable amount of pre-mixed resin into the small distributing cup. This resin was prepared using a 2:1 mix ratio, which includes 2 parts of resin to 1 part of hardener for a proper even cure. Next, we'll add the beautiful holographic chunky glitter we selected for today's project. This glitter shifts colors as you move it, giving the piece a stunning light catch and finish that really stands out. Using the spatula, scoop in your desired amount. You can already see how shiny and eye-catching it is, and that's exactly the effect it will bring to the final piece. Once added, go ahead and mix it thoroughly and then check to see if you've achieved the right consistency to start working with. Stir the glitter into the resin for about 1 to 2 minutes to ensure it's evenly distributed throughout the mixture. If you are going for a thicker consistency, just add a few extra scoops and mix again. You can keep adjusting until you are happy with the thickness and the texture. Once you are satisfied, you are ready to move on to the next step. For today's tutorial, we are working with a 6-cavity heart-shaped mold and a mini alphabet mold. The mini alphabet mold helps us make good use of any leftover resin, so nothing goes to waste. The 6-cavity heart mold, on the other hand, will be used to create our NFC tags. Now we are going to pour our resin mixed with holographic chunky glitter into the heart-shaped cavities, making sure not to fill them all the way to the top. That's because we need to leave enough room to insert our NFC tags later, then top up with more resin to fully cover them. You can use a spatula or mixing stick to help transfer the glitter mixed resin into each cavity. This not only helps prevent spills and resin wastage, but also allows you to guide the resin into every corner, ensuring even coverage and avoiding any unwanted gaps or holes at the bottom of your piece. To make good use of the leftover resin, I poured a fresh batch of pre-mixed resin into the small distributing cup, since the previous mixture was used up in filling the heart-shaped cavities. I then added some of the holographic chunky glitter, mixed it in thoroughly and poured the mixture into the cavities of the mini alphabet mold. This way, no resin goes to waste and we get some extra decorative glitters out of it. One important thing to always keep in mind is that leftover resin can play a really valuable role. Charms made from leftover resin in previous projects can be used to enhance the design of future pieces. They not only add a decorative touch, but can also serve as functional embellishments or custom charms in your projects. Once we are done pouring the first layer of resin into the mold cavities, we'll let it set for the full curing time. Depending on the type of resin you are using, this can take anywhere from 8 to 24 hours. After it's fully cured, you can go ahead and place your programmed NFC tags into the cavities, then pour a second layer of resin over them to seal everything in. Here I'm going to show you how to program the NFC tags. NFC stands for Near Field Communication. It allows you to transfer small bits of data with just a tap. We are using 25 round tags, which are great for resin projects like this one. First, head to the App Store or Play Store on your phone and search for an app called NFC Tools. It has an orange icon, so be sure to confirm that before downloading. Once you found the right one, go ahead and download it. This app will allow you to write data onto your NFC tags, whether it's a website link, a custom message, a secret code, or even your Wi-Fi details. Once you've downloaded and opened the NFC Tools app, you'll see a few options on the home screen. Start by tapping on Read, then bring your phone close to the NFC tag. If your phone detects the tag, some basic information will appear. After confirming that the tag is working, head back to the home screen and tap Write. Next, tap Add a record and then select URL. Now type in the link you want to store. This could be your website, a social media page, a WhatsApp link, or anything else you want people to access when they tap the tag. For this video, I typed in O-Celle to direct people to the official website of the craft supply shop. Once you have confirmed that you've entered the right link, tap OK. Then tap right at the bottom of the screen and hold your phone close to the NFC tag. If the write is successful, you get a confirmation message, and just like that, your tag is programmed and ready to use. When a programmed NFC tag is held close to the top part of a device that has NFC reading enabled, you usually get a simple drop-down notification showing that a link is available. Tapping on it will automatically open the intended website or page, just like that. Next, you're going to repeat the same process to program any NFC tags for any additional links or addresses you might want to store. In this example, I copied the link to my Instagram account and used the same steps to program another NFC tag to carry that link. This way, each tag can direct people to a different destination, whether it's your website, your social media, or any custom page that you prefer. Before writing the new link, I made sure to delete the previous record, the one directing to O-Celle's craft website, so that only the Instagram link will be written onto this new NFC tag. This helps avoid confusion and ensures that each tag carries only one specific link you want it to carry. Writing a record onto an NFC tag is a very simple process. Just follow these easy steps and you'll be able to successfully program your own tags in no time. If you've stayed with us this far, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications so you'll be the first one to know whenever we drop new tutorials like this one. The previously poured heart-shaped pieces have fully cured since we allowed the full curing time to pass. Now it's time to add in the NFC tags and top them off with a final layer of resin to dome and seal everything beautifully. Now, the only challenge we are facing is that the heart-shaped cavities have small extensions that create holes in the finished pieces once they are cured and demolded. While that's useful for charms, in this case it gets in the way. It prevents us from fitting the full 25mm NFC tag into the cavity. So the best solution is to carefully remove these little extensions, and this will give us a flat and leveled surface, making it much easier to insert the NFC tags and dome the project with the final layer of resin. With the help of a sharp tool like a blade, carefully cut off those little extensions. Just be sure not to damage the other parts of the mold in the process. Once that's done and the surface is nice and flat, go ahead and place in your 25mm NFC tags, Then we are all set to move on and complete the rest of the project. Next, gently place the NFC tags into the individual heart-shaped cavities. We are working with 5 tags in total, each one programmed to direct to a different destination. One to TikTok, one to Instagram, one to our Google review page, one to Facebook, and finally one to the official website of O-Celle's Crafts. Now it's time to mix another batch of resin using the 2:1 ratio. Part B is the hardener and then the part A is the resin. Since we don't need too much, we'll use our silicone measuring cup to mix 20 ml of resin with 10 ml of hardener, giving us a total of 30 ml. It's extremely important to measure your resin and hardener accurately because even the slightest imbalance in the ratio can prevent your piece from curing properly. If your measurements are off, whether there is too much resin or too much hardener, the mixture can remain tacky, rubbery, or fail to cure completely even after the full curing time has passed. Accurate measuring is the first step toward a successful resin project. To ensure your resin cures perfectly, it's important to mix it thoroughly for about 5 to 8 minutes depending on the working time and the amount you are mixing. Always stir in a single direction to minimize the introduction of bubbles, and be sure to scrape down the sides and bottom of your silicone cup or your mixing container as you go. This ensures that all the resin and hardener are evenly combined, because if some parts of the mixture aren't properly blended, they may not receive the right ratio of the chemicals, leading to a sticky, tacky, or uneven finish after the full curing time has passed. I did most of the mixing off camera to save time. And now we are going to demold the mini alphabet charms. We'll set them aside to free up those cavities just in case we end up with some leftover resin from today's mixture, so we can easily put them to use without wasting any resin. These mini alphabet charms are perfect for a variety of creative uses: necklaces, earrings, keychains, or even as 3D embellishments for notebooks and journals. After carefully demolding all of them, I'm setting them aside so we can make good use of them in future projects. Now we are going to repeat the entire process, starting by pouring some of the pre-mixed resin into our small distributing cup, then add a few scoops of holographic chunky glitter, stir thoroughly to ensure the glitter is evenly distributed, and carefully dome each of the NFC tag pieces all the way to the brim. At this stage, the resin and glitter mixture should completely conceal the NFC tags so that they are no longer visible through the resin. Once that's done, we'll set them aside for a full cure duration to allow them to harden perfectly. Once the NFC tag pieces are fully and evenly domed, we are going to pour the remaining resin into the mini alphabet mold. After pouring, lightly spray a small amount of isopropyl alcohol over the surface to pop any bubbles that may have formed. This helps achieve a smooth glass-like finish, and then we are going to leave everything to cure on the step for 8 to 24 hours, depending on the specific curing time recommended for the resin you are using. At this stage, our heart-shaped NFC charms are fully cured and ready. Now it's time to move on to the base of our plaque. And for this, we'll be using our rectangular picture frame mold with a built-in stand, which makes it perfect for tabletop display. Our materials include white mica powder for the background color, holographic chunky glitter to highlight the stand, and 250 ml and 100 ml silicone cups. We'll also be using our crystal clear epoxy resin 2:1 mix ratio, part A, which is the resin, and part B, which is the hardener, from the O-Celle Crafts brand. We'll also need our mixing sticks for mixing the chemical thoroughly, as well as our isopropyl alcohol or bubble spray for getting rid of any bubbles. For the base, we'll be working with 100 ml of part A, which is the resin, and 50 ml of part B, which is the hardener. Since we are working with a 2:1 mix ratio, this gives us a total of 150 ml of combined resin and hardener. I would like to say a very big thank you for watching this video this far. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, especially with your loved ones. And don't forget to leave us a comment letting us know which parts of the tutorial you've enjoyed the most so far. After measuring out the 150 ml total of resin and hardener, I'm going to give it a good thorough mix for about 8 minutes to ensure everything is fully combined and evenly blended. Once that's done, I'll pour a desired amount of pre-mixed resin into a separate cup and add in our holographic chunky glitter and stir that in thoroughly until it is well incorporated. Then I'll go ahead and pour the glittered mixture into the base section of the rectangular picture frame mold, making sure it spreads evenly across the bottom. Next, I'm going to add some white mica powder to the remaining pre-mixed resin in the silicone cup. Give it a good stir until the color is fully blended and then carefully pour it into the rectangular frame section of the mold to form the main background of the plaque. Then I'll use a mixing stick to gently spread it out, making sure it reaches all the corners so there are no gaps or uneven areas in the background. Once that's done, I'm going to lightly spray a small amount of isopropyl alcohol over the surface to eliminate any bubbles sitting on top, and then leave it to cure on the step for 8 to 24 hours. After 24 hours, the piece is fully cured and the surface feels nice and firm. I went ahead and designed and printed this SAV sticker specifically for this project. It includes clearly marked slots for each of the NFC tags, as well as a QR code for the Google review section. We'll begin by applying the SAV sticker onto the cured surface of the plaque. Once it's in place, we'll carefully align and place each heart-shaped tag onto its assigned spots. To finish it all off, we'll mix a clear batch of epoxy resin and gently dome the entire surface to seal everything in beautifully. For the doming layer, I won't be using too much resin, just 100 ml of resin and 50 ml of hardener mixed thoroughly to get a total of 150 ml. For this part, I'm not adding any colorants or pigments. I want it completely clear. Once the NFC heart tags are perfectly aligned on their designated spaces, I'll gently pour the clear resin over the surface to dome it beautifully. Then I'll lightly spray some isopropyl alcohol to eliminate any surface bubbles and leave it to cure fully. After 24 hours, this is what we have now. The entire piece has fully cured and the NFC tags have beautifully adhered to the surface of the plaque, making it one complete and seamless set. The finish is super glossy and clean. For the Google review section, the user can either scan the QR code or simply tap on the NFC tag to be directed to the review page. All that's left now is to demold and assemble the piece, and just like that, our project is complete. You can place this NFC plaque in your shop, your office, so customers can easily tap their phones to access your social media or leave an amazing Google review in seconds. I would like to say a very big thank you to the following subscribers. Thank you so much for being a part of our story. If you'd also love to join our creative family, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share with friends and family, and leave us a comment about what you loved in today's tutorial. Can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.